And the word is in just now. We want to go right to Bill Plant, who is at the White House. The word is from the White House that John Kerry has called President Bush and has conceded this election. Bill, what do you know?
White House tells us, Harry, that John Kerry called President Bush within the last few minutes to concede the election. It is now officially over. The White House had been holding off all morning on scheduling an appearance for the president. They said last night that Mr. Bush would appear to claim victory even in the absence of a Kerry concession because, the White House said, he had the votes and it was numerically impossible for Kerry to overtake him in Ohio. So they waited, perhaps playing a little bit of a game here. They waited until they heard from the Kerry people, and now they have. We are told by the White House that John Kerry called the president within the last few minutes to concede the election. Harry?
Here's the story for people who may just be joining us now, because, of course, the whole dispute was all about Ohio, these provisional votes that many in the Democratic side wanted to have counted. There was a lead in the overall vote count of more than 100,000. And what Andrew Card said early this morning, about 5:45 this morning, was that it was a literal mathematic impossibility to overcome the vote lead in Ohio with those provisional votes. And now we're understanding that the Kerry camp has said, we're not going to fight this fight. We're not going to bring lawyers in. We're not going to open up all of those envelopes and count them one at a time. We are going to concede this election. And President Bush has, in fact, been reelected to a 4-year term. Bill?
Harry, that's right. The White House has said from the beginning that the president hoped, in fact, he said it himself yesterday, that the election would be over last night. Well, it wasn't quite, but it now does appear to be over definitively this morning. They maintained when Secretary Card, the chief of staff, came to what was to have been the Bush victory celebration at 5:45 this morning, with people rolled up on the floor sleeping, waiting for the party to start. They've maintained that it was mathematically impossible for John Kerry to overtake President Bush in Ohio because of the number of votes that they said the president had versus the number of disputed ballots that were out there. And they tried to create an air of inevitability. The strategy here was obviously for the president to act legitimate from the beginning and to create this air of inevitability so that whatever happened, the president could claim and go on acting, doing his business as though he were the president without waiting for this to be resolved. And now it has been, because John Kerry has called the president, we are told, and conceded.
All right, Bill
Harry?
Plant, live at the White House this morning. Thank you very much.